The most unpredictable being on Earth is a human, and humans are always changing. This idea is shown very clearly in today's story. In 2009, Dutch author Herman Koch published a novel named The Dinner. The story of that novel was so remarkable that several films were made based on it. After the 2013 Dutch film Het Diner, the 2014 Italian film I Nostri Ragazzi, and the 2017 American film The Dinner, the fourth adaptation of this novel is today's movie A Normal Family. Released in 2023, this South Korean drama film has a rating of 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb. When so many films are made from one novel, you can already guess how powerful that story must be. Today's movie is based on one such extraordinary story. So hello friends, this story is about two brothers named Jaewon and Jaewoo. Jaewon is the elder brother. He is a defense lawyer who lives a luxurious life in society. His sense of ethics and morality works very little when money is involved. Jaewon has a daughter named Seonju. After his first wife passed away, he married a younger woman named Jisoo. And recently, a baby girl was born into their family. On the other hand, Jaewon's brother Jaewoo is a doctor. His wife, Yeon, works in an NGO. They have a son named Sehoo. The elderly mother of Jaewon and Jaewoo now lives with Jaewoo. Now let's get into the story. At the beginning, a baseball player is shown driving somewhere with his daughter. Suddenly, another car hits them. The player becomes angry and demands an apology from the driver. Instead of apologizing, the man starts arguing and uses extremely harsh language. The baseball player then takes a bat from his car and hits the driver's vehicle. In response, the driver intentionally drives his car toward the player. The player loses his life on the spot. The player's daughter, Kim Nari, who was inside the car, becomes seriously injured. People gather around, call the police, and take Kim Nari to the hospital. At the hospital, Dr. Jaewoo becomes responsible for Kim Nari's treatment. Meanwhile, Jaewon returns home from work, meets his baby daughter, and then goes to see his wife Jisoo. Jisoo regularly works out to keep herself fit. At that moment, Jaewon's older daughter, Seonju, sees him talking to his new wife and leaves the room. When Jaewon goes to speak to her, Seonju says that she is going to meet Sehoo. During dinner, Jaewon watches the news about the accident on TV. Right then he receives a call regarding the case. He learns that the person responsible for the incident is the son of the owner of Ozon Group of companies. They are willing to pay whatever amount is necessary for the case. For the sake of money, Jaewon agrees to take the case. Meanwhile, Jaewoo checks on Kim Nari's condition at the hospital. The girl's mother asks whether her daughter will ever be able to live normally again. Jaewoo reassures her that she will be able to do everything again. She just needs time. Jaewoo then informs the junior doctors that Kim Nari needs another surgery, so they must be ready. But the junior doctor says the family still hasn't paid the hospital bill. Jaewoo replies that saving her life is more important than any bill. From this, it becomes clear how honest and sincere Jaewoo is as a doctor. For him, human life is more valuable than business. Meanwhile, Seonju and Sehoo watch the accident video together. They seem to find the video entertaining. Sehoo returns home and meets his mother. She asks about Jaewon and why he doesn't visit them. Sehoo says Jaewon stays busy with his newborn child and work. But his mother becomes upset as she misses him. In reality, Jaewon's mother's mental condition is not entirely stable. Then Jaewoo's wife Yeon says that Jisoo called and invited them for dinner the next day. Every month they have dinner together like this. The next day, Jaewon goes to the jail to meet his client. He instructs him about what to say in court. The client must say that he panicked and accidentally drove the car. Jaewon also says they are negotiating with the victim's family to settle everything. The man asks what will happen if the victim's family refuses. Jaewon replies that every parent is emotionally vulnerable when it comes to their child. He believes the family will accept financial support for their daughter's treatment. Of course, they will agree to settle with us. On the other hand, when Sehoo arrives at school, two classmates start teasing him on the street. But when Seonju starts recording it on her phone, they leave. Seonju then tells Sehoo, "When our parents go to dinner, let's go chill at the club." Sehoo agrees. Meanwhile, Jaewoo and Yeon get ready to go to dinner. Yeon calls Sehoo and tells him to eat dinner at home that night. But without informing anyone, Sihu and Seonju go to the club together. When Yun and Jae-woo arrive at the restaurant, the doorman greets them. Just then Jae-won and Jisoo arrive, and the doorman quickly rushes to greet them. Yun says, "Your brother has money, that's why the doorman went to greet him first. In this world, money is everything." Then they enter the luxurious restaurant where they will have dinner. While eating, they begin discussing family matters. Jae-won says that he wants to shift their mother to a nursing home. She will be much better there as they will take good care of her. Besides, Sihu is growing up and needs a peaceful environment to focus on his studies. Jae-woo says, "What if mother doesn't want to go?" Actually, he objects to sending their mother to a nursing home. Jae-won says, "We have no other choice. And that place is only called a nursing home. In reality, it's just like a 5-star resort." Meanwhile, Sihu and Seonju drink at the club. When Yun calls Sihu, he doesn't answer, which makes her very worried. At that moment, Jisoo comes to talk to her. Jisoo asks, "Can we be friends?" Yun replies, "No. I would feel uncomfortable." In truth, Jisoo is much younger and very beautiful, which makes Yun feel a little insecure around her. On the other side, Jae-won arrives and tells his brother, "There is a patient named Kim Nari at your hospital. I'm handling that case." Jae-woo says, "So you can do anything for money, right?" Jae-won says that his client acted in self-defense and that he will tell the victim's mother to settle everything. He also adds that they must save the girl no matter what. Jae-woo says, "Her husband has passed away. Her daughter is in the hospital. And you want her to settle everything?" Jae-won replies, "I'm doing my job according to the law. And you as a doctor should do your duty as well." When they leave the restaurant, Jae-woo and Yun stand waiting for their car. Once again, Jae-won's car comes out first. At that moment, Jae-woo is standing on the street. Jae-won drives very fast toward him and stops right in front of him. Then he says, "If I had run you over right now, would it be called a violent act?" "No, it would be an accident because you're standing in the wrong place. This is a road meant for cars, not for standing." Meanwhile, Sihu, who is drunk, begins searching for Seonju everywhere. He goes into a room and finds Seonju kissing someone. Seeing this, he becomes upset and calls her out, walking away. Seonju follows him. On the street, Sihu begins kicking a trash bin out of frustration. Seonju comes there and also starts kicking the bin. The two of them keep kicking the bin together, and strangely, it makes them feel happy. At night, when Sihu returns home, Yun asks where he was and why he didn't answer the phone. Sihu says he didn't realize when his phone switched off. Yun asks, "Did you drink?" Sihu stays silent and locks himself in his room. The next day, Yun comes to talk to Sihu's teacher. The teacher tells her that he is falling behind in activities and needs field study experience. The teacher suggests arranging his field study at his father's hospital. Yun calls Jae-woo and tells him what the teacher said. Hearing this, Jae-woo says it's good news. But when Yun says she wants Sihu to do the field study at his hospital, Jae-woo becomes hesitant. Yun becomes upset and hangs up the phone. Meanwhile, in court, Jae-won tells the judge that his client panicked, lost control, and unintentionally caused the accident. He says the man is so remorseful that he wants to take responsibility for the victim's family. Because of this, the judge grants bail. The next day, while driving Sihu to school, Jae-woo says, "If you're not interested in field study, then it's better not to do it. I want you to become successful." Sihu replies that he isn't interested, but Jae-woo encourages him anyway. Deep down, Jae-woo didn't want his son to come to his hospital for field study. Meanwhile, Yun arrives at her office. While watching a documentary about a family from their NGO, she remembers her own past. She suddenly breaks down in tears. She remembers how much she struggled to come this far in life. A little later, while having lunch with a friend, she sees a news report on TV. 2 teenagers have brutally attacked a homeless man on the street. The report says Sihu and Seonju, both drunk the previous night, repeatedly assaulted a homeless man. Yun starts to suspect Sihu. She rushes home and watches the video again. This time, she feels certain that the boy and girl in the video are none other than Sihu and Seonju. Yun immediately checks the outfit Sihu wore that day. She finds blood stains on it. Yun quickly washes the shirt so that no evidence remains. When Sihu returns home at night, Yun goes to talk to him. She mentions the video and says, "The boy was wearing the same outfit as you." But Sihu denies it. Yun says, "Yes, that wasn't you. It must be someone else." She hugs him tightly. Even though Yun clearly knows the boy in the video is her own son, she chooses to ignore the truth, only to protect him. The next day, Seonju visits her father's office. She tells Jaewon she has something important to say. Seonju explains everything about that night but says it happened to a friend, not her. After sharing everything, Seonju asks, "Dad, from your point of view, is this a crime?" Jaewon stays silent. As an experienced lawyer, he understands everything immediately. He begins to suspect Seonju. So when he gets home, he checks the dress Seonju wore that day. After seeing the exact same dress on the girl in the video, he realizes Seonju was directly involved. Jaewon becomes very scared after watching the video. The next day, Jaewon visits the hospital to check on the victim. The man's condition is not good. He hasn't regained consciousness. Later, Jaewon and Jae-woo go to the nursing home to complete some formalities for their mother. Jaewon says, "As a father, I know how weak we become for our children. Mother probably feels the same way about us." Jae-woo asks him to speak clearly. Jaewon says, "A video of 2 teenagers has gone viral. It's also on the news. Have you seen it? The boy and girl are beating a homeless man with no mercy. I think they are our children. The victim is now in the ICU. His condition is not good." Hearing this, Jae-woo becomes stressed and drives home. On the way, he keeps thinking about the video and accidentally hits a deer. The deer dies instantly. Jae-woo moves it off the road and continues home. He shows the video to Yun. Seeing Yun's expression, Jae-woo realizes she already knew about it. Yun insists, "That wasn't Sihu. He told me it wasn't him. We should believe him." Jae-woo gets angry and goes straight to Sihu to talk. Before he can ask anything, Sihu says again, "It wasn't me." Jae-woo says, "Look into my eyes and say it." Sihu repeats, "It wasn't me." Jae-woo loses control and slaps Sihu hard. Yun rushes to protect him. Jae-woo says, "Because of you, he's not even feeling guilty after doing something so terrible." Sihu keeps insisting, "It wasn't me. I don't remember anything. He spit at us first. Then he tried to start a fight. Seonju hit him first. I only hit him a few times afterward." Jae-woo asks, "Why would you hit an innocent man?" Furious, he tries to drag Sihu outside, but their mother appears and stops him. The next day, Jae-woo and Yun go to talk to Jaewon at his house. Jaewon says the victim is still in a coma. The biggest problem is that the video has gone viral. Yun says, "But Sihu can't be seen clearly in the video." Jaewon replies, "There are no witnesses. And the victim's identity is still unknown." Jae-woo asks, "What if the police identify them and arrest them?" Jaewon says the real question is which prosecutor will take this case. He then asks Jae-woo, "What do you want? Should they be punished?" Jae-woo says, "They must face the consequences of what they did." Jaewon replies, "I don't want that. We should think about their future." Jae-woo says, "Typical of you, what else can I expect from a lawyer?" Jisoo says she feels bad for the victim. "We're helpless. We can't help him in any way." Yun gets upset and says, "Why is she even here? She's not part of our family. You won't understand our situation because you're not Seonju's real mother." Jae-woo tells Yun to calm down. Yun says, "You're a father, yet you want to send your own son to jail. How can I stay calm? When Sihu was bullied at school, you never stood up for him. But today you suddenly care about morals?" Yun cries heavily. Seeing her cry makes Jisoo feel sad. On the way home, Yun asks Jae-woo, "You still haven't changed your mind?" Jae-woo replies, "A man might die because of our son. And you're still thinking only about Sihu." At that moment, Sihu sees his parents arguing inside the car. Jae-woo notices him and forcefully puts him into the car, planning to take him to the police station. Yun tries to stop him, but Jae-woo doesn't listen. He drives straight to the police station. Outside, they see several police officers carrying someone. They see the police dragging the criminal inside. Watching this, Sihu becomes extremely scared and freezes in fear. Jae-woo realizes he cannot let his son suffer like that. At that moment, he sees Yun running across the entire road and entering the police station for her son. Seeing Yun's deep weakness for their child, Jae-woo changes his mind. He takes Sihu and Yun back home. Yun tells Jae-woo, "If you try to report this again, I will destroy you. You have saved so many children's lives. I've done so many good works for people at the NGO. Can't we forgive our own son for one mistake because of that?" Hearing Yun's words, Jae-woo forces himself to calm down. Meanwhile, Jisoo asks Jae-won, "If I were Seonju's real mother, would I be able to stay this quiet? Have you ever openly talked to Seonju about this?" Jae-won stays silent. The next morning at the hospital, Jae-gyu comes to treat Ms. Kim. She is doing much better now. At school, when Seonju comes to talk to Sihu, he asks, "Why did you tell Uncle about everything?" Seonju replies, "The video went viral. And I told Dad it was a case about a friend. But you told your father the whole truth." Sihu says, "Yesterday Dad wanted to take me to the police station but Mom stopped him. That's why he couldn't do anything." Hearing this, Seonju becomes shocked. Meanwhile, Jae-gyu goes to church and cries in front of God. He cannot decide what to do. On one side is his moral responsibility, and on the other side is his son's future. At the office, client comes to talk to Jae-won. Jae-won tells him to visit Miss Kim in the hospital so he can show he feels remorse. But the client tells Jae-won to go instead and says, "We pay you enough money. Why should I do this?" Jae-won finally understands that the criminals he has been protecting all these years never truly feel guilty. Jisoo tries to talk to Seonju, but Seonju ignores her and leaves the room. Jae-won sees this. Jisoo tells him, "If we try to cover her wrongdoing, will everything become normal? Will it be good for her? I'm afraid she might harm our daughter someday." Jae-won has no answer. The next day, the homeless man passes away. Jae-won attends the victim's funeral and sees the man's elderly mother crying over her son's death. Meanwhile, Seonju finds out she has been accepted to the college she applied to. She becomes extremely happy and immediately calls Jae-won to tell him. Jae-won had promised that if she got accepted, he would buy her a car. But Jae-won informs her that the homeless man has died. Instead of feeling sad, Seonju says, "Then we won't have any problems now, right?" Jae-won says nothing. He realizes the case has now become even more complicated because of the victim's death. He calls Jae-woo and informs him. The entire family becomes tense. That night, Jisoo sees Seonju playing with her younger sister. This makes her feel increasingly terrified. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Miss Kim's condition suddenly worsens. Jae-gyu tries desperately to save her. She is taken into the surgery room, and after immediate operation, Jae-gyu successfully stabilizes her. The next day he spends time with Sihu. He asks why Sihu hid everything from them. Sihu says Seonju stopped him from telling anyone and said no one must ever find out. Jae-gyu says, "I don't want to hear what she told you. I want to know what you think." Sihu cries and says, "I was scared. I didn't know he would die. I didn't hit him that hard. They hurt me way more when they bullied me. They beat me so badly, but I didn't die. So why did that man die? I should surrender. You must feel so ashamed because of me." Jae-gyu holds him and says, "I'm always with you. But from now on, you must become a good person." Sihu says, "Dad, from now on I'll be a good person. I'll study properly and become a good doctor like you to help people." Hearing these words, Jae-gyu hugs him tightly. He realizes his son genuinely feels remorse, and that is the biggest punishment. That night, Jae-won goes to the victim's house and secretly throws a bundle of money through the window for the victim's mother. He tries to hide his daughter's crime with this money. The next day, Sihu visits Seonju's house. Sihu and Seonju are playing with her little sister. When Jae-won enters the room, Sihu thanks him. Seonju shows her father a picture of a car and says, "Dad, you promised you'd gift me a car." But Jae-won doesn't say anything and leaves the room. He asks Jisoo why she isn't ready yet. They have dinner plans. Jisoo says she shouldn't go because that day Yun clearly told her she has no place in their family matters. That's why Jisoo doesn't want to attend. But Jae-won says, "This is our family matter. You should be there." Hearing this, Jisoo agrees. Suddenly, Jaewon receives a notification from the baby monitor in their younger daughter's room. The sound detection alert came because the child was crying. Jaewon checks the CCTV footage from the baby's room. Later, all four of them go to the fancy restaurant again for dinner. While eating, they continue their family discussion. Jaewon says, "I talked to a prosecutor to hear his thoughts. He said, they said both of them will be marked as guilty." Hearing this, Yeon says they thought the case was already closed. She asks why he is bringing all this up now. Jaewon replies, "Jaegyu, when you wanted to report it earlier, I wondered how a father could do something like that. But now, I feel the exact same way." Jaegyu asks why he suddenly changed his mind. Jaewon says he changed his mind after speaking with the prosecutor. He says, "Finally, I understand what I should do." Yeon asks what he is talking about and tells him not to let everything fall apart at the very last moment. Jaewon says he will take Seonju to the police station. Yeon becomes shocked and says, "You said everything was settled. Why are you making this decision now?" Jaewon replies, "A man lost his life. Covering this up, will that truly help our children? If Seonju's mother were alive, she would have already done the right thing." Jisoo says it was extremely difficult for them to make this decision. Yeon gets angry and tells Jisoo to stay out of it. She says, "For someone who lived without anyone knowing he even existed, I will not let you destroy my son's life. They didn't do this intentionally." Then Jaewon shows the video he had seen earlier to Jaegyu and Yeon. They see Sehoo and Seonju talking. They say that the average lifespan of Korean people is 84 years, but homeless people live only about 46 years. They say this is their fate. They claim the man did not lose his life because of them and insist that his passing was due to natural causes. Sehoo then laughs and tells Seonju, "I told Dad I would become a good person like him." And he believed it again. He says, "Let's watch the video again." Watching it feels relaxing. They once again watch the CCTV footage of how they attacked that homeless man harshly. They ask, even after so many strong hits, how was he still alive? After watching the whole video, Yeon and Jaegyu finally understand that the two teenagers intentionally harmed the man, and they feel no remorse at all. Instead, they seem relieved that he is no longer alive. Before coming here, after watching this video, Jaewon had already changed his mind. But even after seeing everything, Jaegyu still supports his child. He says they were doing it as a joke. Jaewon says the truth must be accepted. Jaegyu asks, "Can you live with yourself after sending Seonju to jail?" Jaewon asks, "So what are you suggesting? That we should forget everything and forgive them?" Yeon asks why he is being so harsh toward them. She says that when her son was being bullied, he did nothing. So why can't one mistake be forgiven? Jaegyu reminds him that he once asked him to convince Miss Kim's mother, and now he himself will convince her. He begs Jaewon not to destroy his son's future. But Jaewon says it is not necessary. Then Jaegyu says, "You defend criminals claiming they are innocent, but now you want to report your own child? Sehoo was weak from the day he was born. I didn't realize it before. He deserves a second chance." Jaewon replies, "Even after giving him a second chance, if he commits such acts again, then this is the right time to correct him. They must face the consequences of their actions." Jaegyu becomes furious and says, "You will not report them. I won't let you." Jaewon says, "We lived under the same roof for 20 years. Do you really think I'm lying to you?" Jaegyu grabs his collar and shouts that if he goes to the police, he will harm him. He says, "He is my child." Then he storms out of the place. Jaewon and Jisoo walk downstairs together. Jisoo realizes she left her phone upstairs and goes back to get it. Meanwhile, Jaewon waits for her outside on the road. At that moment, Jaegyu drives his car at high speed and hits his own brother. Jaewon loses his life instantly. Jaegyu used the very same technique he learned from Jaewon to harm him. To save his son, he didn't hesitate for even a second to end his own brother's life. Jisoo comes downstairs and sees Jaewon lying on the road. She realizes that Jaegyu did it intentionally. And that is where the story ends. At the very end of the movie, we see an old family photo where the two brothers are posing with their mother and the rest of their family. Although it was from the past, it shows that people change over time. Jaewon, who once abandoned all his values for money, eventually changed himself for the sake of his child. He regained the values he had lost. He wanted the best for his child because he knew that giving proper correction today would turn his child into a better human being tomorrow. On the other hand, Jae-gyu, who was once an honest and principled doctor, abandoned all his values to save his own son and didn't hesitate to harm his own brother. This story beautifully describes human nature and psychology. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, and share. See you in the next story. Till then, keep loving. Bye.